What does it mean to be an effective leader in the sport industry today? To answer this question, first, imagine leadership outside the context of sports. Who are some of the most impactful leaders in your life? And what lessons did you learn from them? One of the most impactful leaders I've ever known is my grandmother, who immigrated to the United States from Slovakia on a boat in the late 1930s. During that time, she overcame losing her spouse to a serious illness, being left with a small child, facing financial hardship, a language barrier, and culture shock in a country unfamiliar to her. Not only did she overcome those challenges, but she went on to raise a grandson well into her 60s. Towards the end of her life, I remember a conversation we had in which she used an analogy relating to my future. She said in so many words, "This is your boat, Mark," meaning it's up to me to either sail it or sink it. Her words and display of leadership made a great impression on me, and my cultural upbringing helped inform my global mindset. Research suggests the need for globally minded leaders in sports. This global mindset will enable a person to lead across borders effectively, serve an abundance of stakeholders, and adapt to a complex and ever-changing sports environment. Most business decisions made by sport organizations today are data-driven more than intuitive, but perhaps the most important, intangible factor, often overlooked, is the power of the human connection. Today, sport industry professionals must be culturally competent, emotionally intelligent, and possess strong interpersonal skills. They need depth to connect with and relate to people from all walks of life, no matter where they're at on the corporate depth chart. Every interaction is an opportunity to meet someone who could positively impact your life, and a chance for you to do the same for someone else. This entails an empathetic approach and genuine interest in getting to know others, whether or not you believe that interaction will benefit your career. In recent years, the 4 major professional sport organizations in the U.S. have attempted to penetrate international markets. Last season, the National Basketball Association announced that team rosters included 125 international players from 40 different countries. Nearly 3 out of every 10 Major League Baseball players were born outside the U.S. More than a third of National Hockey League players were born outside the U.S. or Canada, and the NFL has not only held games in England, Germany, and Mexico, but also requires each team to have at least one international player on their practice squads. Like my grandmother, international athletes and sport business professionals have journeys, stories, and challenges in immigrating to a new country. As sport organizations continue to expand their reach into international markets, they will need individuals who can negotiate business deals, find common ground, and communicate the organization's vision in a relatable format to lead global initiatives. Part of my job is to create and develop effective leaders. Now, we could read various books on leadership, and there are a ton of them, many of which can be useful or help inform our philosophies. We can pick up ideas from them, but ultimately, we develop as leaders from our personal and professional experiences. Our ability to build relationships with individuals from diverse backgrounds or who have different views or ideological positions. Leading diverse teams through political or social unrest, even a pandemic. The decisions we make as leaders impact others. It takes effort to listen to people's stories and circumstances, to attempt to understand, to show genuine interest, appreciation, and respect for others. This is the essence of building trust and will impact a sport organization's ability to sail or sink on a global scale. The power of the human connection. Thank you.